Hello, it's Rugs from the past, and I'm back with some more henchman story. Where I last left off, I was on issue 5. Oh wait, no, go back over here. The first one, in which is centered around board game night, that I decided to go to instead of going to take up that like henchman gig job. And then the second one here with Madame Scorpion is the one where I decided to take up the mission. And now I'm on issue 6. I have 2 saved from the 2 different versions of the story path. But both of them start a little differently. I took a peek. I'm gonna go with the save file from when I decided to take the henchman app mission. So let's do that. I barely remember collapsing into my bed when I finally got back to my room. I'm pretty sure that I fell asleep as soon as I made contact with the sheets. I knew this side hustle was going to be work, but I underestimated just how much of a toll it would take. It wasn't that crazy compared to some of the other operations I've been part of, but I really underestimated how draining it is to do a second shift of anything after you've already worked a full day. It's gonna be tempting to take more gigs, but if I don't pace myself, I won't be awake long enough to even enjoy the extra money. Unless, of course, my phone interrupts my hibernation. Like right now. Christ, what time is it even? I don't remember setting an alarm. My bedside clock reads 6:10. Definitely not an alarm, at least not one that I set. Is someone calling me? I fumble for my phone and peer at the screen as I rub the sleep from my eyes. It's... Wait, does that say Madame Scorpion? I shouldn't be surprised if she has my number, but I don't remember getting hers. Regardless, it would be a bad idea to leave her hanging, so I hurriedly swipe the screen to accept the call. Ma'am? Is that really you? And did you hack yourself into my contact list? I assume those questions are rhetorical, Stanley. Alright, compared to that place we broke into last night, I guess hacking my phone is child's play. Sorry, it's early. My brain has a long boot time, ma'am. Well, I do hope that I don't have to wait for you to install an update to your operating system. I need you awake. The game is afoot, as they say. Awake. Got it. Elementary, madame. I was thinking of Shakespeare, actually. Game, as in prey. Henry IV, I believe. Ah, the Fourth, best known for seizing the throne from the crappiest Richard. Brutally putting down rebellions, and then being succeeded by a newer, shinier Henry. So which one of those is this about? I somehow doubt there's a little scorpion running around somewhere, so that leaves... The second one, and that's why I'm calling you. I need someone that I can trust. And I trust you, Stanley. Or rather, I trust your motivation. And that is... Come now, we're past the point of you playing coy, aren't we? Or do you get your thrills from the hunt? Now who's being rhetorical? Touché. You have certainly made your desires clear. It's uniquely bold. Not that I haven't dealt with bold pleasures before, but it's usually because they've deluded themselves into thinking they're on equal footing, or, more foolishly, that they have the upper hand. It's rare from someone self-aware, especially when they're your modest stature. I'm not sure if that makes me want to execute you for your impertinence, or... yes. I think I know which it is. Do I get a vote? I'd like to have a vote. That depends on how well you put down this rebellion, dear prince. Head to door 1385 and investigate. If it's an intrusion, deal with it. If you don't think you can handle it, call your supervisor. Is that understood? Perfectly. Perfectly, ma'am. I'll take care of it. Good. I expect nothing less from you, darling. See it done, Stanley. The call ends abruptly, and I place my phone back on my nightstand. Not surprising. Scorpion doesn't strike me as a no, you hang up sort of person. No, you hang up. No, you hang up. Yeah, I mean, she is quite clear with her words. I take a moment to rub my eyes and stretch before rolling out of bed. I'm so tired that the first few steps are wobbly, so I slap myself a little to jumpstart my system. Yeah, that's how you get the computer going. You just hit it a little, and then it works. Come on, man. Get into gear. I snatch my uniform from the floor and give it a tentative sniff. A little ripe, but not too bad. Apparently, I need to hurry, so it'll have to do. No time for my usual morning routine either, so in lieu of my toothbrush, I rummage through my nightstand for an old tin of mints. Expired 8 months ago. Probably still fine. Chewing on my vaguely mint-flavored chalk, and still zipping up my uniform, I hurry out the door. I walk through the halls at a brisk pace, completely unimpeded by traffic. The place is practically empty at this time of day, though I'd have at least expected to find 1 or 2 diehards patrolling the halls with gusto. The research wing is the same. I don't encounter a single guard on my way there. Or on my way here. Surely someone has meant to have this shift. Is it us? Is it our shift? And I just forgot? Is this a result of whatever Scorpion sent me to investigate, or did she order the halls cleared herself? Either way, I need to be careful. Finally, I reach my hall. My familiar, lonely hall. Home to my equally lonely door. Number 1385. Right where I left it. But not as I left it, because miraculously, the door is somehow open. Uh-oh. Why? Okay, I know why, but still. I wasn't sure what I was expecting based on the vague information Scorpion gave me, but an open door with no one around wasn't it. Silently, I pull out my baton and inch forward. Whatever's in there, I'm determined not to let it kill me. I spent too many hours guarding this door to die the moment I finally walk through it. The closer I get to the door, the more carefully I step. By the time I've reached its precipice, I'm immediately tiptoeing, or I'm practically tiptoeing. I pause, listening to some clue as to what might await me inside, but all I can make out is the whirring of machinery and the layer's overtaxed air conditioning system. I debate calling Dave, but think better of it. He'll either charge right in, like he did with Shining Nova, or abandon me to supervise as something else like he did with Miss Dynamo. I need to handle this myself. I take a deep breath and step in. Sighed. I don't know why I didn't finish the word. Okay. Well, holy shit. This is a lot bigger than I expected, and what the hell is that? That monolith of a machine can't possibly be a computer, can it? But I don't see what else it could be. There are no visible pipes or mechanisms, just wires, and it looks like it houses circuitry. Getting some serious "I can't let you do that" vibes from this thing. Has this been here the whole time? I come in peace. Hopefully not evil AI person. Please, don't stick any robots on me. I've had quite enough of that recently, thank you very much. I'm sorry, is it too late, Sam? Now I must turn you into a cyborg and enslave your mind. What the? Kate, why are you in here? Okay, I mean, I saw her in this position when I skipped ahead. I just wanted to know how different the routes were. Don't worry, we're still about 3 decades away from any serious threat of an uprising. And there's a good chance the robots get too distracted by social media to actually overthrow the government. Kate? Are you responding to the alarm too? I didn't think you had a shift this early. I stow my baton and walk over to greet her. Glad you do, though. If I don't find whoever tripped it, my ass is on the line. Any signs of what they were up to? Doesn't look like this place has been disturbed too much. Why's she looking at me like that? To answer both of those questions is yes and no. There's no sign of anyone else, and as for the alarm, I guess you could say that I'm investigating it. Wait, time out. Are you saying you broke in here? It's a little more complicated than that, but what does that mean exactly? Seems like a yes or a no question. On instinct, I take a step back, and my hand inches toward my equipment belt. Oh no, intruder alert, intruder alert. Whoa, hey! Just wait a second, okay? Let me explain. I know we've only known each other for a short time, and we're not much closer than acquaintances. It would be perfectly reasonable for you not to trust me right now. But you have something, Stan. Madame Scorpion would call it potential, but I think it's something different. The capacity to change. Not just upward, towards a stable bank account and an apartment with a window, but outwards, towards understanding other people. All of which is to say, there are some things that you deserve to know. About me, about this place, about Scorpion, everything. I just need a chance to explain. I'm listening. Alright, explain away. Starting with why exactly you needed to get into this room. Is this why you were so curious about the door on our tour? Did you know this was here? I'm betrayed. You hurt me. Sort of. I knew something like this was in here, but not this exactly. I didn't think they had enough time to set up a unit like this, but Scorpion and Bedlam must have been working together for longer than anyone thought. So this machine is Scorpion's? I guess that makes sense. Lord Bedlam isn't exactly at the cutting edge when it comes to technology, but what did she put it here for? And that's where things get complicated. Think, what do you know about Madame Scorpion outside of the whole assassin thing? What are her skills? Her interests? She was Bedlam's partner on the Wednesday job, right? She showed up personally for it. Even intervened. And what was she after? Data? I'm not sure what kind, but it was a private tech company. No weapons, no financials. I never even figured out anything more specific than that. And her business, the Scorpion Group, they've got this new henchman app, right? Others too. And how do apps identify, recruit, and monetize users? Data. The private kind that companies aren't technically supposed to keep, but always do. Okay, I follow you. But what is this all really about? An app for hiring meat shields? Sorry. Oh no, I just got through my entire tissue box. Random. No, it's more than that. Think about it. You were part of her second data heist operation in a week. And those are just the ones you know about. That would be overkill for a few apps. And it's more than a business asset to her. Come on, you saw her in action last night, didn't you? Think about how she acted. Did she say or do anything that felt off? Yeah, actually. Remember the thing with those guards in the first room? She knew every detail about it without being there. And when I brought it up, she started this whole cat and mouse thing. Somehow, I think she was tapping into the security system there. Then later, before I got turned into a decoy, she was able to hack open the door just by touching it. And I didn't notice her carrying anything to actually take that data with her, now that I think about it. That sounds consistent. So based on that, clearly she can communicate with complex inorganic systems. What do you think that means? Oh my god, Madame Scorpion's a robot! I thought you said we had 3 decades! That's the conclusion we come up with, really? She's a robot. What? No, she's human. She just has powers that let her brain work like a robot's. Sort of. It doesn't officially have a name, because she's the only one known case, and she's not exactly forthcoming on the details. I like to call it cerebral superprocessing. On a basic level, she appears to absorb and process data subconsciously, way beyond the rate of a normal human. However, it's expanded to a variety of physical and mental abilities. Right, so that's how she was able to hack that door. She must have had some kind of superhuman Wi-Fi too. Sure, if that helps you understand it better. That Wi-Fi and her enhanced physique could come from nanotech that rides off her power's coattails, or a completely organic evolution of her baseline abilities. It's like I've been telling you, she's uniquely dangerous, and since you've been caught in her gravity, well, I figured you ought to know. Gravity's a word for it. Stalking, too. She hacked herself into my contact list and called me this morning. That's why I'm here. Excuse me. Not complaining about nabbing a smoking villain's number. Or smoking supervillain. She's a supervillain, not just a villain. Supervillain. Without having to lift a finger. Though I suppose she'd give me something else to complain about if I didn't get this handled. I guess I caught her attention somehow, though I'm not sure if it's the good kind or the bad kind of attention. It's never the good kind, Stan. What, are you jealous? I didn't take you for the type. Believe me, I'm not. And that goes for you, and that goes for either of you. Alright, well, thanks for the info anyway. If I'm gonna be dealing with her a lot, it'll be good to keep in mind. No problem. Like I said, you deserve to know. At least that much. You might work for a supervillain, but the difference between someone like Lord Bedlam and Madame Scorpion is vast. You're way out of your league. Kate, I'm always out of my league. That's part of my job. But why the steroidal? Is that what that says? I don't know. Server over there. Isn't that information in her head? I'm not sure. Maybe it's meant to augment her power, or a cycle of new sets of data in and out. Whatever it's for, she must think it's important. She's invested a ton in it. Her and Bedlam both, it looks like. Or at least he paid for the paint job. If that. As far as I can tell, your boss is basically turned into a supervillain shell company for the Scorpion Group. So he might have picked the paint, but who paid for it? Doubt it. Good point. I don't think that a dog food heist paid enough for a liter of soda, much less 20 gallons of paint. In that case, we'd better start hunting for whoever it was that broke in here. Uh-oh. I have a feeling that Scorpion's not gonna be happy if she found out someone's been checking her secret supercomputer's browsing history, and we don't have any leads to offer her. Come on. I start to head deeper into the room, searching for something that can tell us what happened here. Stan, wait. Wait for what? Now you know I have to pull... Wait. Now you know I hate to have to pull rank, but listen. But listen to the vet on this one, okay? There are times to wait and talk things through, but this is not one of them. I keep moving and Kate still doesn't follow. I mean it. Stop. There's something else. And I mean it, Kate. If we don't at least make an effort to follow this up, it's gonna be bad news. Trust me. Let's go. Once more, I try to leave. Uh-oh. Okay, I did see this as well. Because I needed to see how different it was. Okay. That's the thing, Stan. Oh? I'm the one you're looking for. Smoke rises from the scorch mark in front of my feet, stopping me dead in my tracks, mouth agape. I turn towards Kate to find her training a weapon at me. Kate? That's not my name. I blink, dumbfounded, and glance at the weapon. Blue and white. Those are the same colors as Shining Nova. There you go. I knew you'd recognize me eventually. Just had to jog your memory a little. No way. There's just no way. This whole time I thought I'd been trading tips and banter with some rookie, not a world-famous superhero. How did I miss it? Were there signs? Maybe. Sorry, elephant tranquilizers tend to make things a little hazy. But your memory didn't need any jogging, did it? No, you recognized me from the moment you got here. That's why you went right up to me during orientation. That's why you've been following me around. It's also why you busted out all those crazy ninja moves during last night's job. And that's why you are And that's why... Are you telling me you left your name tag on so you could remember your fake name? Seriously? Hey, it's tough to keep everything straight when you're going undercover. There's nothing wrong with the cheat sheet. It's one syllable. You work at the absolute cutting edge of robotics and you can't remember Kate? It's just... I have a lot of names to keep straight, okay? Well, how many, henchman layers are you infiltrating? Oh my god, I just realized it's August 1st. It's my mom's birthday today. Anyway, I was going to answer 3 questions as an apology for being dishonest with you, but I'm counting that as the first one, so now you only get 2. I don't think that's gonna cover everything. You'll make do. Now, come on, fire away. Can you, put that down? You know I have to stop you. Why tell me this? So Shiny Nova's a cute girl. I think this seems important, so I'm gonna save real quick. I'm gonna save that to this one. And then this... Wait. Hold on. Wait, no, that's not what I was trying to do, but I can't undo it now. Okay, I'll save this one as the one where I have to turn her in. And then I could go back to this save file number 8. Not picking that option. Anyway. Let's overwrite that file. Alright, so now they're the same. Let's go back. You know I have to stop you. You know I have to stop you, right? That's why I was sent here. That's a bit too strong of a statement, don't you think? Not only do you not have to stop me, you can't stop me. Or did you forget how I went down last time? Hey, last time you had your ass-kicking outfit on. I think this time I stand a chance. Oh, honey. Every outfit is an ass-kicking outfit. Or, every outfit is my ass-kicking outfit. It's like if we were playing basketball and I was dunking all over your face. So you made me change my shoes. It wouldn't change a thing. Hey, you never know when the dunker can become the dunked or the donkey. Donkey. Okay. The person who gets dunked on. Sometimes I feel like you know. Wait. Sometimes I feel like you can know. Like when one person has wrist-mounted beam weaponry and years of elite combat experience, and the other person is most famous for getting punched by Captain Commodore on the cover of Hero Weekly. Oh, God, you saw that? Well, that's embarrassing. Also, isn't it Captain Commander? Honestly, no one knows. Alright, I'm counting that as one question. You get one more. Make it count. Let's see. You really think you'll escape? Sure you don't want to join us? Why me? Damn it, this also seems like an important choice. Ugh. I'm just gonna save it and overwrite this first save. This is... Okay, I'll call this one the accomplice, and this one I'll call the enemy. I wish I could change the name of the file so I could keep track. Because I suck at numbers. You really think you'll escape? You really think you can get out of here? There's going to be a full-scale alarm sounding at any second now, and you're not dressed for the occasion. Oh, right, I forgot. Which outfits are your ass-kicking outfits again? Every outfit, Stan. Every damn one. Yeah, but there are a lot of asses to kick here. My ass? That's one thing, but all the asses? Everyone has their ass threshold, Nova. So much ass. Ass threshold? What? You don't have a gauge for that somewhere in that fancy helmet of yours? It seems like an important one to keep track of. No, the only gauge I have is for... Huh? Did she knock me out? Suddenly alarms blare, echoing through the layered stone halls, and lights begin to flash, cutting off Kate, or rather, shutting Nova, before she can finish her thought. Shit! I thought I had more time. Guess this is where we part ways, unless... Come with me. I got what I came for, but that's just the first step. I can use your help with the rest. Didn't I just threaten to stop you? Yeah, but I can actually follow through on this, Stan. This is a once-in-a-lifetime chance. All the bad luck and desperate decisions that got you here, you can undo them. A total reset. All you have to do is go out on a limb and trust me. Or I could torpedo my career and live out my days in a trailer park somewhere, wondering when I'm going to wake up covered in scorpion stings. You're asking me to risk what little I've built here on what? What guarantee? I can't offer you one, but sometimes the only chance you have to break away from a system like this is to take that kind of risk. Sometimes you have to bet on yourself. So what do you say? Ready to make that wager? Okay, yeah, this one's definitely important. Okay. I'm like trying to make sure I like really catch the moment where it would change the storyline. And I think that's the part where it will. Okay. So this one. Wait. Okay, I'm gonna overwrite that. Okay. Accomplice? No. Enemy? Accomplice. I have to try to remember that. Enemy? Accomplice. I'm gonna treat her as my enemy. Sorry. She lied to me. Okay, I'll go with you. I can't go, but I won't stop you. I'm staying put and so are you. I'm not going anywhere. I pull out my baton from its holster on my hip and snap it to the side, letting it telescope to its full length. And neither are you. Stan! God damn it, why are you making me do this? Could ask you the same thing. But you don't have to. Just grit your teeth and do the same thing. Or do the right thing. Just grit my teeth, pull myself up by my bootstraps, and make it happen, huh? Oh, is that all it took for this whole... is that all it took this whole time? Gee, I wish I would have known. Maybe it was that simple for you. The part about you being an engineer, that much is true, right? That's a that's a damn good backup plan if this superhero thing doesn't work out. Me, I don't have the luxury of a parachute. This job is all I've got, period. So make something else, Stan. I'm done arguing. Cards on the table, Nova. Fine. Treat him and weep. Is she gonna turn herself in? Ain't no way. Almost faster than I could follow, Nova's hand snaps up and she fires the weapon attached to her wrist. It's like a smaller version of the weapon on the main Nova suit, and nearly as effective. Is she kicking my ass right now? A bright beam of kinetic energy hits me in the shin, and I stumble forward, right into Nova's waiting knee, which knocks the wind right out of me. Ow. Before the spots have left my vision, an elbow hits me in the small of my back. Ow! That sounds horrible. And I'm sent sprawling to the floor. There. You put in your minimum effort. Now at least. So just stay down. I hear the light, rapid sounds of boots against the floor, passing right by my prone form, and headed to the door. By the time I've recovered enough to turn myself over, I'm alone in the room. Damn it. With some effort, I peel myself off the floor and slowly stand to my feet. She was taking it easy on me. She could have knocked me out right then. Her mistake. She may have had a head start, but I think I could catch up to her. Kate may have superhero-level conditioning, but I have the home field advantage. No, not Kate. Shining Nova. Christ, that's gonna be hard to get over. Superheroes just aren't like the rest of us. They're hardly even people. more like monuments, big statues with shiny plaques telling you that if you uphold our good old-fashioned values, hard work, and get a little lucky, you can be larger than life. So I have spent this much time with one without even realizing it. Well, it's jarring to say the least. Hell, I went on a heist with this one. I need to catch up to Nova before she gets too far, or it's gonna be my ass. Maybe my head, too. Wait, how? Okay, I don't get it. How the fuck did Madame Scorpion not know? How does she not know that Kate is shining Nova? I'm confused. Even with the alarms blaring, the halls are mostly empty. Only a skeleton crew is up this early, and the research wing was always light on staff anyway. I jogged through the halls, trying to pace myself as I frantically scanned for signs of Nova. Nothing so far, but if she gets held up and I don't run into any speed bumps. Well, hey there, buddy, there you are. I heard there was an alarm at your door, so I went to your room to assign you the task of investigating it, but you weren't there. So then I thought to myself, you know, Dave, a true squad supervisor is always thorough when it comes to his team. And that's when I decided to check on your door myself, to make sure that everything was A-okay. How's good old door 1385? Oh, you know, it opens and closes like doors do. Doors do open and close, don't they? Wait, it opened? Oh shit, he caught us. That door's not supposed to open. Oh, no, not at all. It was just a turn of fate. Wait, it was just a turn of phrase. How do you turn a phrase? What? No, not literally. Look, the door wasn't open at all, right? It's just that most doors can open and... Stan? Door 1385 is a door with level 4 security clearance. It's not most doors. It's a special, one-of-a-kind door. Gosh, I really thought you understood that. I do, I swear. But if it helps you feel better, you can lecture me about it later. Put it in my report, whatever. But right now I have to go, okay? Whoa, slow down. This is a level 4 security issue, okay? I can't just let you leave before I check protocol. Shit. Dave reaches into one of his pouches and pulls out a small paperback book with Lord Bedlam's visage printed on the front. Let's see. Level 4 security clearance. Door left ajar. Yep. Says it right here, plain as day. I need to hold you here until you can be properly questioned. But I'm pursuing an intruder. You know what my great-uncle Dale Dave said about butts. Everyone has them, but by golly, do they really stink. So no butts, Stan. You're staying right here until we sort this all out. You know who won't have a butt or a head if we don't go after that intruder? Us. Not according to protocol. Oh my god, Dave. Not according to Lord Bedlam's protocol. Do you think Madame Scorpion is going to give two shits what that little book has to say? Well, she should. But she won't. Gosh, buddy, I didn't know. You might be right about her, but we just start ignoring protocol. What happens next? It's like a slippery domino. Once it starts, it just keeps on slipping. I rub my eyes and sigh, trying my best to keep it together. Even if I had an hour, I'm not sure I could convince him to drop this. At least, not through any conventional kind of reasoning. I might have to force my way past him. It's a gamble. Dave doesn't have much let's call it tactical instinct. But physically, he could really give me a hard time. Better to avoid it if I can. Maybe I just need to try a different diplomatic approach. Something more personal. You know, with all this talk about Door 1385, I'm getting a little nostalgic. Do you remember the conversation we had there this week? It was a simpler time. It sure was, wasn't it? That was when you gave me those dating tips, I think. Oh yeah, things weren't going too hot on the app, were they? No, not at all. But I thought a lot about what you said, you know, about people having different interests. I guess it makes sense. I mean, if all these henchman folks like Kate can work for different supervillains, I can probably date someone who doesn't totally fit into Lord Bedlam's ideals, right? Yeah, that's one way to look at it. I mean, you're going to stop giving... Wait. That mean you're going to stop giving people the third degree about Lord Bedlam's crusade when you match with them? Maybe. I'm still a little nervous about it. I'm not even sure where I should start instead. Like, what should I ask them about? Puns always work themselves. Ask about themselves. Themselves, probably. The whole point is to get to know the other person, right? Ask about something they like or an activity they do, stuff like that. And just keep an open mind. They may like stuff that's totally different, but if you're enjoying talking to each other, so what? It's not as simple as, I like this thing, you like this thing, so let's go out. You know? You need chemistry. Well, I'm not much of a scientist, but the rest of that makes sense, I think. Thanks, buddy. I'll give it a try. Anyway, it's been nice reminiscing. But why don't we catch up more at lunch, okay? See you then. Wait, did that actually work? This distraction? I start to walk forward, but Dave holds up a hand to stop me. Damn it! I thought that might distract him enough to let me slip by, but his memory's better than I thought. Really? That was weak. Whoa. Just where do you think you're going, mister? We talked about this. You have to wait here. It's protocol. And protocol is protocol. Okay, let me pass. Hard way it is, then. Fight. I guess we gotta fight. You know what? Fine. Hard way it is, then. But one way or another, I'm leaving. I reached down to my belt and grasped my baton. Not even trying to be subtle about it, but for some reason I feel less tense than when I tried to take the peaceful approach. Like I've taken off a jacket that's a size too small. I don't like your tone, Stan. Or the fact that you're about to unholster your weapon without my authorization. It almost seems like you're threatening your supervisor. Let me save you a few minutes of thinking. There's no almost about it. I've been patient with you, Dave. Real patient, like a monk in purple spandex while you strut around with that big grin on your face, reminding me how you're in charge. Like your job title makes you so special. But it doesn't. When some Cape demigod crashes our little heists, you and I are identical to them. Whatever rank Bedlam may plaster on your ID, you're not above me. Not really. Oof. Harsh. So when I say that I'm leaving, I don't think you can actually stop me. I pull out my baton, snap it open with a flick, and press a button on its hilt. Sparks dance around its shock coils in response. But you're free to try. Dave's eyes narrow. His grip tightens on the hilt of his own baton. How dare you! You will refer to him as Lord Bedlam, henchman number 065. Just like Wednesday's operation, Dave acts without hesitation or thought. His baton has barely escaped its holster, and the words have just left his lips. Yet he's already charging forward. Ah, shit. But before I knew what would happen... But I knew that would happen, so when he swipes at me with his baton, I'm ready to block. Even with 2 hands, I stumble back. Damn, I forgot how strong he was. I mean, he's no dynamo, but for a normal guy, Dave's got some real muscle. I wince a little as my abdomen offers a painful protest. The beating Nova gave me certainly isn't helping either. But he's mad, and even thinking clearly, he's not exactly a master tactician. If I can bait him in and wait for something particularly sloppy, then maybe I could catch him with a counterattack. Just surrender to the will of Lord Bedlam number 065, and I'll only have your pay docked for a month. Don't make it worse for yourself. Worse how? Would I spend even more time listening to stories about great-grandpappy Dean Dave Duke, or the rest of your dumbass family? Damn, that's mean. It's great-grandpappy Dean Dave Dwaynesenberg. And he was a saint. Now totally blindsided with righteous fury for both Lord Bedlam and his endlessly bizarre family tree, Dave presses the attack, swinging wildly. I backpedal, parrying and blocking as best as I can, but one particularly vicious swing slips past and clips my side. Goddamn, I'm taking an ass kicking today. It's a glancing shot, but it leaves Dave emboldened. With a triumphant cry, he lunges forward in a wild charge. For Lord Bedlam! Sorry. Getting into character. Now's my chance. I don't have the opportunity to win a whole lot of fights, but with everything that's happened recently, I think I've picked up a move or two that might do the trick. Okay. Let's see. Feint left, but attack right. Copy Kate's armbar. Lift your legs. Well, I'm gonna copy Kate's move so I can win. When we got into a scuffle during last night's gig, Kate had a pretty clean takedown of that security guard, which is a lot less surprising now that I know that she's actually shining Nova. Maybe I can copy it. As Dave swings wildly, I slip to the side and deliver a sharp front kick to his kidney, sending him careening into the wall. Oof. He was probably surprised by that. Exactly, that's what I said. Oof! Then as he bounces off the stone surface, I lunge for his arm and attempt to wrestle him to the ground. It's not very clean. Instead of violently pulling him down, I simply tip over into a tangled heap. I'm so sloppy. Did you just try to put your fingers in my... Stop! Hey! Screw it. Unable to lock in a proper armbar, I release Dave's appendage and activate my baton before jabbing it into the very same spot I kicked earlier. Oof. That face he made. It's pretty funny. For a moment he convulses as a shock runs through his body, and then at last stops moving. Oh no, that's what that weapon does. Oh, I'm sorry, Dave. How the hell did she make that look so easy? Because she's a superhero? Duh. With a grunt of effort, I push the unconscious supervisor off of me and ease myself back to my feet. I let out a deep sigh of relief. Well, at least it worked. Somehow. Don't forget to put that ass kicking on your report, buddy. I almost feel bad, but he didn't really leave me many options. Nova's getting further away with each second, and if she escapes, it'll be my head. if I still have one when Scorpion is done with me. But no time to dwell on it. I need to get moving. So after taking a deep calming breath, I start off down the hallway at a jog, leaving Dave behind. I'm sorry, Dave. I'm sorry. I find myself moving on autopilot, winding through the fortress halls without stopping to consider my location. That's a big advantage I have over Nova, even if her pace is probably faster. So while it's tempting to push myself in effort to keep up, a steady jog is probably my best bet. Wait, why did it say best? Okay, whatever. I just have to hope that it's enough. After a time, I start seeing signs of her escape. Some scorch marks, a few of my unconscious comrades, and eventually some distant sounds to match. Gotcha. I focus on my breathing and try to ignore the pain in my abdomen. I'll need to be ready for when I get there. Or round 3 is liable to go even worse than rounds 1 or 2. That would be embarrassing. Hopefully Scorpion gives out points for persistence. The signs of Nova's passing grow more dense, but something else joins the KO'd henchman and blasts marks long, molten scars on the floor and wall, still glowing from the heat that made them. Yeah, I see that. I know what that means. But I'm not ready for the sight that awaits me as I round the next corner, as I skid to a stop. Oh shit. Man. She just never stops being hot. Madame Scorpion looms over shining Nova, sword leveled and eyes gleaming in its flickering red light. Nova's mask flutters in between them, sliced cleanly in half, leaving her defiant glare unobscured. Ah, there it is. That's the look I was hoping for. Such a selfish girl, hiding behind flimsy masks and gaudy helmets. I could feel it last night, you know, even as you so futilely tried to subdue it. But resolve that. It has heat to it that can't be contained. I can't wait to watch it flicker and die. Goddamn. Well, I can't wait to blast that smug little clean smirk off your face. So I guess that makes us even. Oh, I wouldn't even say that, whether or not you're adorned in your full-on armored ensemble. We're hardly even. While Scorpion's eyes don't appear to leave Nova, I see a flicker of recognition, and her smirk grows ever so slightly. Ah, Stanley, and there you are. Well done. I dare say this little rebellion is nearly crushed. Henry would be proud, I'm sure. In fact, I think I'll leave the final stroke to you. Be a dear and restrain this impostor. It would be fitting, I think, for you of all people to be the one to capture Shining Nova. He's not going to do that. He isn't? I'm not? Huh? What? I'm confused. No, you don't have to. I still mean what I said, Stan. It's not too late. You can still change your mind. You're not just some extension of her will, or Lord Bedlam's, or anyone else's. You're not just henchman number 065, you're Stan. How does she remember my number, but she couldn't keep track of her name? Okay. Your own person with your own choices. Then why are you trying to choose for him yourself, Kate? Wait, Kate here is just trying to manipulate you, as she has this whole time. She got a point. Stanley, listen to me. I called you for a reason. You've shown the potential for something more, but you have to seize it. Do not concern yourself with the fate of this charlatan or anyone else. Our ambition is what matters. That's the game of power. And make no mistake, it's not zero-sum. Regardless of what these self-proclaimed heroes may tell you, for us to win, others must lose, starting with her. Show me you understand that, and we can realize our ambitions together. Go on, Stanley. Do it. Stan, don't! Whatever it is, or that's it. Whatever I do next, I have a feeling there'll be no going back. Oh, okay, finally. Okay, finally, there is a clear point. Okay. Let me make 2 save files. Okay. Alright, this is the enemy one, where I turn my back on her. Do nothing. There's also a do nothing option. I'm sorry. You betrayed me. I'm gonna help Madame Scorpion. I'm sorry. I turn towards Kate, or rather, Shining Nova, and ready my weapon. My mind's already made up. I told you before. I can't let you leave. Then I'm sorry too. You really are lost, aren't you? It's sad. Hey! I inch forward, pulling out a pair of restraints from my belt. Nova doesn't move. She barely even acknowledges me, keeping her eyes on Scorpion. It's smart. Maybe it's the only smart play she can make. If she turns her attention to me, that gives Scorpion an opening. She has to wait until the last possible second, when she can use me as a shield. I gulp nervously as I get closer. Would Scorpion just cut right through me to get to Nova, if it comes to it? No, I can't dwell on that. That's what Nova's counting on. Man, this sucks. I pause, just outside of arm's reach. How do I do this? Quickly catch her off guard, or slowly to keep things calm? Let's see, slowly, then quickly? Slowly, I start to reach out to her wrist as if I'm about to convince her to lower her weapon, but halfway there, I suddenly speed up. Easy. Gotcha! Oh no! I did not, in fact, have her. Oops. Did I fuck up? What's going on? I groan as I gingerly pick myself up off the ground, clutching my side and grasping for breath. Damn, she's got some sharp freaking elbows. And she's quick too. I could try that 100 times and I'd probably still get laid out in 99 of them. But unfortunately for Nova, I wasn't the only one she had to worry about. Or I wasn't the one she had to worry about. Nova's weapon lies in smoldering bits on the hallway floor. Oof. The cannon sliced clean off by Scorpion's blade, which is now a hair's breadth away from the shorter woman's throat. Oh shit. Well, what's wrong? Lose your nerve? Hardly. I already told you. I'm going to break that relentless spirit of yours first. I want to see it shatter. By now, several other henchmen have finally joined us in the hallway. Scorpion barely acknowledges them. Now, finish what you started, Stanley, then hand her over. Sure. On it, ma'am. I grimace as I pick up the restraints I dropped earlier, and then slowly walk over to Nova. She doesn't seem like she's going to hit me, in fact. She even holds out her hands. Huh? Why? I meant it, you know. I'm really... Don't say it. Once I can handle, But any more empty apologies, and I'll kick your ass again. I don't care if she kills me afterwards. That word doesn't mean a thing. With Nova secured, Scorpion deactivates her weapon. Meanwhile, the other henchmen begin the process of removing Nova's equipment belt and patting her down for any hidden weapons. People like you never win in the end, you know. Oh, my dear, stubborn little friend. People like me are the only ones who win. Now, gentlemen, would you show our guest to her new room in the cell block? The one with the view, if you don't mind. At Scorpion's behest, the other henchmen start to guide the captured superhero down the hall with a light shove. Despite their prodding, Nova's posture is straight and her eyes forward, never once looking back. Come then, Stanley. Let's follow along, shall we? I fear that she may try something foolish without some distant supervision. I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, yes, ma'am. You got it. I match Madame Scorpion's pace as we trail far behind the makeshift prisoner convoy. I'm glad for the distance, but my eyes still drift to the floor all the same. Am I having second thoughts? What? I never had to do anything like this. Not with a coworker. Especially not one who I was friendly with. Things are changing fast around here. Can I keep up with it? Do I want to? Eyes up, Stanley. There's nothing to mope about. Sorry, ma'am. Just a long night. And a longer morning. I know. I was there for both, remember? Yet, despite it all, you did your job you did your job well back there. In fact, you did it exceptionally. If it's true that you delayed her earlier. Don't let that self-righteous little imp guilt you into thinking otherwise. Superheroes are always such sore losers. You're making a mistake. What you're doing is wrong. You're a monster. Excuses, nothing more. Like a child who insists that anyone who beats them at a game is cheating. They can't accept it. I guess not, and, thanks. I did my best. I know, Stanley. They walk the rest of the way in silence, aside from the occasional order that Scorpion barks to passing henchmen. Our convoy has grown in size, and even without us there, it seems unlikely that Nova could escape. Still, Scorpion takes no chances. We follow until the henchmen finally lead Nova down the stairs that lead to our cell blocks. I catch one last glimpse of her glaring over her shoulder as she makes that final turn. I glare right back. As fast as everything's changing, Scorpion's right. I have no reason to hang my head. I did my job, and that's all. I didn't ask to be involved in some superhero scheme. She had no right to ask that of me. It wasn't fair. How secure are those cells in your opinion? For a normal person, as secure as it gets. Even if she got her door open, there's only one way in or out, provided that she didn't sneak a mining drill. This is the center of the lair, so walls down there are solid rock. Good. Then let's leave the details to the guards and move this to my office. We have much to discuss. Are you gonna give me a raise? Issue 7. Right hand stand. Okay, I'm gonna save that. Okay, and then this one will be the accomplice one. I'm gonna stop here because it's late. I just wanted to record something quick. Let's go here. And yeah, I'll work on the rest of it another time. I made a bad decision to stay up late, but it's okay because I still haven't started my job. Not yet, anyway. I'll start on Wednesday, so I'm just, you know, trying to make the most out of my time. But anyway, if you watched this, thanks for watching. And comment a disco emoji if you watched all the way through. And if you did, I appreciate it. Until next time.